And a happy Friday to you. Roger Hill of Wuthering Heights Consulting, VELCO Weather Hazards Forecaster. This weather video is driven by 802cars.com. They represent 802 Toyota, Twin City Subaru, and 802 Honda, all located off of Exit 7 on Interstate 89. Here's our swirling area of low pressure, a little bit of a dry slot that's moved in and brought us a little bit of sunshine this morning. Now we're seeing the pop-up of showers and maybe a wannabe thunderstorm or two in the Champlain Valley. This filled-in area is convective available potential energy. You'll see that as the sun hits the ground, we start to produce a little more instability. The worst of it is shifted to the north across the border and into Canada. That's the best chances for showers and maybe a wannabe thunderstorm, but still just a slight possibility in parts of our local Champlain Valley. Upper level trough is the name of the game. Here's the current temperatures right now. We'll zoom in just a little bit more on that, pull in some better temperature depiction, and what you can see is the current temperatures, and let's overlay that with dew points now, and you can see basically dew points are in the 50s, so we don't have a heck of a lot of convection, but at the same time just barely here. Okay, we're looking at about 2 o'clock this afternoon, and that's precipitation you see in the right hand corner there of Vermont, and we're looking at the eastern view thanks to Weather Bill here of the European model. You can see better precipitation. We're talking up around 2/10 of an inch, generally west of the spine of the Green Mountains, not as much east of the Greens, and this is what we'll have actually more sunshine. Clouds will be filling up a good portion of the region there west of the spine of the Green Mountains. This is valid at 2 o'clock Friday afternoon, and the next 6-hour period you can see that it's similar, and then things begin to calm down, drier air begins to move on in. This is our setup for Saturday. That's 18Z, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Note just a little small gray, maybe 1/100th of an inch across the northern 1/3 of Vermont. And generally it dries up in the afternoon. And it looks like the precipitation really stays out of Vermont. Now this is into the evening hours. We have a frontal system that's working in from the St. Lawrence River Valley. You can see how that's kind of pooping on out as we get into the overnight period. And then the setup again for tomorrow, the following day, Father's Day, this on Sunday. That's valid at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Through 2 o'clock, and then you can see that that frontal system is headed southbound, so we might have some redeemable qualities across the northern tier of Vermont. The rest of Vermont, probably the southern 2/3, probably will see more or less a showery Father's Day, unfortunately. Father's Day evening, everything dries out, and then that continues into Monday. Monday looks like our next best project weather day. The caveat, a couple sprinkles in Bennington County through about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then it looks like on Tuesday, there's one little area of showers that moves on through, kind of spreads north, some leftover moisture, pops some convection. Temperature should be in the 70s all these days now. And then on Wednesday, we're looking at another band of showers and thunderstorms that works on in. This is probably the most robust we're going to see for the entire period for any kind of utility threat, lowered confidence. And then beyond that, looks like on Thursday, right now looks like a dry day, and then we're looking at conditions on Friday, some more showers and thunderstorms, followed by what could be a few days of dry weather, right, situated over the weekend up through about, it looks like, Sunday afternoon. So something to look forward to. That would be Friday, Saturday, and into Sunday. That might be a good period for maybe a hay cut for farmers that did not get the job done last go-around with the fields being a little bit too wet. And this is the GFS ensemble. Let's show you the QPF. So a little bit of shower activity, then moves on out. This is centered on Montpelier, Vermont. And we're looking at generally dry weather overnight and into the day on Saturday. It's not till we get into the overnight period Saturday night and then into the day on Sunday. You can see minimal amounts. This would be Wednesday's prediction here with a little higher amount of QPF. Now, in terms of total QPF, this is the way the setup is. We're talking about minimal stuff until we get into Wednesday and beyond. Nothing really great to show there. Precipitable waters dry off with very dry conditions as we get into this early part of the weekend, Saturday. A little bit of an uptick, and then about 1.4. That's about one standard deviation or so. Temperature schematics, I'm not sure I agree 100%, but this is Saturday's high temperatures, and then GFS ensemble has indicated cooler weather as we work into Sunday. I don't think it's going to be that cool, but the general trend is Closer to seasonal norms, but still a notch below. Let's take a look at dew point temperatures, and this is the way they're shaping up. Generally in the 50s, no issues. It looks like we do get back into the low 60s as we get later in the period or just beyond the period. QPF, total QPF, I'm not sure I buy this. This is valid through Friday, the 14th of June, and showing a pretty good streak of very heavy precipitation through this period here. Vermont is kind of right on the edge of that, so no worries in our neck of the woods, at least for this particular setup. Let's look at temperature. Weighted temperatures, the meteorological output statistics. This would be valid for the first 5 days. And you can see that we're basically around neutral for a change, or a little bit below normal, but showing up near normal. And then it looks like 3 days later, very similar, just a little bit below normal. Pretty much kind of a plateau, basically into the 70s. That's it from here. Oh, one more thing. The climate reanalyzer shows where the anomalous coolness is. It's really warm in Greenland, melting out, especially eastern Greenland, even Iceland. A little bit of cool splotches here, warming up in the interior sections of Europe. Cooler than normal across western parts of Europe. Cooler than normal in eastern North America. What else is new? And these two are kind of responsible for each other right now, but that's going to change very gradually. That's it from here. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights, and thanks for watching.